Hey guys, Titan Breach at your service bringing you some Battlefield 4 gameplay. And yes, it's out. And yes, this is the open beta, but that's because I don't have the game yet. And I am waiting for next gen to come out so, I can get it for my Xbox One, which I just found out that, I found out a couple days ago that, what's it called? Call of Duty Ghosts is going to be running at native 720p. And it's going to be upscaled to 1080p on Xbox One, whereas on PS4 it's going to be running at native 1080p. And what that means is that PS4's graphics, in terms of resolution, are going to be much better than the native 720p one. Because it's upscaled, it will look closer. So I knew that the Xbox One was going to have, it was not going to be as good as the PS4 in terms of hardware. But I didn't think it was going to be this drastic. I thought maybe they would have to turn it down from medium to low, or maybe ultra to high, or something along those lines. But seeing that it's this much of a problem, that really concerns me because, I'm fine with the resolution if it's native 1080p or just upscale 1080p. It's not noticeable immediately, but my concern is, if they're already reaching such limitations right now, they're already having to turn it down to 720p, which is quite low compared to 1080p. What are they going to do in the future? I mean, these consoles are not meant to be 20 years from now. Obviously, no console has been alive for 20 years, but they're probably going to be around 8 years, probably 8 to 10 years. I mean, just like, the PS3 and Xbox 360 were. So that kind of scares me. I mean, we may see some really big graphical differences later on, or even now, between the Xbox One and PS4. But there are two arguments that kind of support Xbox One. One, because it's the first year of the new generation next gen launch, games aren't going to be as good as they will later because people are still struggling and finding out how to use them, and make games for the softwares and UI and all that stuff. So that's one problem. That happens with every single launch. So I mean, if it looks a little bit worse than later, let's say Battlefield 4 looks worse than Battlefield 5, which it should, but if it's noticeably better, then that's able to, you can tell why from there basically. But the second argument is that in the $500 price bundle, people are saying that, yeah, this is more expensive than PS4, so it should have more stuff. But people are also saying that, Microsoft cut corners to include the Kinect in the $500 price. I mean, Microsoft just no. I mean, it's really clear why you want the Xbox One to be $500, because you want Kinect in there, obviously. And because Kinect's always going to be there, then you know that most people have most people have a Kinect plug-in to their Xbox One, and everyone has a Kinect with their Xbox One. So with that, then you can support the people who make games such as the stupid Kinect Rivals or Kinect Sports Rivals or whatever game that's coming out, can actually know that they have a large audience as opposed to people who don't really play Kinect games, which is practically everyone. So I mean, I really don't like this. For $500, because the PS4 is packing such beast hardware for $500. Yeah, it's beast hardware. If you guys know a little bit of tech, I'm gonna show you 8-core AMD processor. I don't know what it's comparable to, but I'm not a big fan of AMD processors. But because it's 8-core, it should be okay. I still think that an Intel i5 would have been much better, but it would have been much more costly. So maybe an i3 would have suited them much better. But it's okay. I'm an Intel guy, but graphics card. Here's where it shocks me. 7870, which is about, right now I think it's about $150 to $200 price graphics card, and it's a beast. It's a very good graphics card for the price. So you're going to be getting a lot of performance and stuff like that. Performance in terms of rendering and graphics, obviously, and frames per second, all that stuff. So that's very good. And then you have 8 gigabytes of GDDR5, which you can't even buy that stuff. I'm quoting Adam Kovic from Inside Gaming here. He made this video kind of a while ago. The Inside Gaming Daily team, which is a fantastic, what's it called? Fantastic series that they produce daily about the EU and stuff, and they're really funny, so I like them. But that's where I get a lot of my news from. I like to diversify sources. But anyway, back to topic. He made that video that talking about the specs, and GDDR5 is much faster than DDR3. DDR3, sorry. So we might be able to see some difference there, but again, RAM is not the best part of to make graphics better. If you want to make your graphics better, upgrade your graphics card. And clearly, Sony's packing a good one. It's nowhere near the best, especially with the new 780s and 770s and the AMD R9s that came out, or even the R8s that came out. So I mean, it's clearly not going to be the best graphics card because it's a $400 price point, and some graphics cards such as the 780, 770. Actually, the 770 got a price drop to $330. That is. So there are some graphics cards that even excel the price of two PS4s. Like the Titan, which is the best graphics card in the market, is $1,000 plus. So maybe 2 to 3 PS4. So that's understandable. But then you go over to Xbox One specs, and then it's. I will say that it's. I thought. I mean, when I first heard it, I thought it would be bad, really bad compared to PS4s, and then I knew that Microsoft has some of the best programmers in the world, so I knew that they would be able to figure something out, maybe with a cloud service or something like that. But now seeing it, it's pretty worse, and here it is. So starting out, 8-core AMD CPU, no changes really there. I think the PS4 is a slightly better CPU. Quote me if I'm wrong, but I think they're basically equal. Graphics card, 7770 for the Xbox One, which is pretty worse than the 7870. It's about 50% the price of the 7870s, and that's kind of scary, because that means because Microsoft then really wants you to be connect, which I don't give a chiz about Connect, but I mean it's kind of cool to start up your Xbox One with your voice and say like Xbox, Snap, Twitch. And another thing, side note, when I get my Xbox One, which I don't know if that's gonna be now or next year, but when I do get it, I'm gonna be posting some live streams to Twitch, because I can literally just say Xbox, Snap, Twitch, and it will start uploading to Twitch, and I'll be able to get some live streams up and stuff like that. So yeah, that's that. In regards back to Xbox One specs, 8 GB of DDR3, which is the average RAM thing. It's not that impressive. It's very average. But the fact is, since PS4 is packing 8 GB of GDDR5, that's kind of difference. And but the main loss for Microsoft here is the graphics card, and it is pretty worse than the 7870 compared on the PS4 side. But nothing really I can say about that. As far as how games will look, there will be a difference. People have said that PS4 and PC barely look different. I think the audio cut out here. Sorry about that, guys. But people say that the PS4 and PC, sorry, barely look different, and that's a very good thing, because that's how we want it to be. We want console graphics to be really good and stuff like that. But I think PS4 definitely wins this argument. But does it make me want to buy a PS4 over Xbox One for graphics? A little. Because with the next gen, if Microsoft is still struggling to get games still 1080p, that's going to be a problem for them in the long run. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the game.